Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever weekly YouTube video. This is just crazy. I'm so excited to show you guys more in depth what I get up to. Obviously some of you will have followed the Instagram for a while and seen me document my journey. Some of you have been there from the very start when I knew nothing about property. So yeah, I'm excited to be showing you guys even more. I'm going to try release a weekly video every Sunday 5 p.m. The only reason I may not be able to do is say if I have got a holiday and there's no property content in it. I'm sure that you guys are not going to want to see that because I am somebody that has my holidays in the back end of the year, so I haven't been away yet, I've not had a break. So if I don't post, then that is the reason why. But if you subscribe to this channel, then you'll be able to keep up to date with like notifications when I'm posting, etc. And also it's just it's amazing support for this new channel. So I've got an exciting week planned and I can't wait to show you all what I get up to. Good morning everyone. I've just got on and started looking at some new properties. I've not looked in this area for a while for new ones. I do have this property log Chrome extension which is amazing, but I think my trial has expired, so I need to renew that. But just having a look through any properties of interest, I will then save and write them down. So this is a house that I viewed probably about a month ago now and really liked it. Really nice street. Missed out on it because I was a bit worried about, there was a massive leak from the roof and there was basically like a hole in the roof, and I was a bit concerned because it had been tenanted of the damage to the timbers, because obviously it was evident in the top bedroom. So I explained where I was up to with my offer, like an informal offer, and they said that the vendor was going to go with someone else. You can sort of see the leak. It wasn't there, it was there. It was all like in this corner here. It was quite bad. You can't see it, but it basically was there. So I'm just going to give the agent a call, check in with the progress of the sale, see how it's going. There's a lot of value in this because obviously if anything's not going as planned, you're sort of in the front of the agent's mind. And then if anything falls through, obviously if you can get yourself with another offer in, then you're on to a winner. Tuesday morning now, and I have quite a bit of admin to do this morning, and then I need to leave at 12 because I am doing a rent to serviced accommodation viewing, which if you follow me on Instagram you'll probably have clocked on to the fact that I don't really do rent to rent anymore. I'm certainly not taking anything on, and it's sort of like if deals come to me and there's somebody I trust that's available and the rent to rent has got everything sorted in terms of the mortgage allows it, if it's a flat the freehold allows it, and the insurance, like if it is genuinely a safe investment, I'll sort of marry the two up. I won't turn it away, but I'm trying not to get distracted with rent to rent because I'm obviously going for like the flips and things, which are where my focus is. Rent to rent's a very good entry strategy if you know what you're doing. You just need to be very careful. So it'll be good to see how that viewing goes. So this is typically how my screen looks. This is the spreadsheet of, it's the best spreadsheet ever, to be honest. I got this from obviously the deal sourcing division. It's really great, and you can just basically put in, this is so hard to film and do, put in here like if it's needed you just put a 1. So for example this one, I've put that fascia and guttering's needed for this deal, and then these are the like properties I always use this saved feature on Rightmove. Honestly, it's a saviour. And I just keep the property here. You can, like for example, let's look at this one. This isn't one I'm looking at, but I can just on this tab like click through and see what's needed, and then basically go back to my spreadsheet and add it. And I have one of these for each property I'm looking to view. So comparables, this is how I list it. So I put the address, what it sold for, how big it is, and basically, I mean, that's an anomaly. I did have to ignore that figure. But you'll see it's pretty much the same figure by dividing the price by the size. So I'm just getting basically the price per square metre, and then I'm timesing it by mine. So that's my end value of where I think I'm at. So yeah, and I've wrote down the refurb, kitchen, bathroom, radiators, worked back to find my offer, and I've put this all in a spreadsheet. Just gone 9 o'clock, and these are the ones I'm viewing tomorrow. Here's the proof that I've done them this morning. And then these are the two, hang on, these are the two newbies that I'm going to be breaking down. This one reduced last month, and this one reduced also last month. I mean, not much of a difference. That is a classic, obviously trying to get it back to rank a bit higher, but without really changing the price. So yeah, breaking these two down. I might be able to squeeze them in for tomorrow's viewing, to be fair, but it sounded like the agents were quite busy for tomorrow, so maybe not, but let's have a look at these and see what we can do. Mid-morning review, it is 10:30 and I've broken down a few more properties. Not going to be booking viewings for these, and I've also just checked an area to see all the properties on the market, that there's nothing else outstanding that I should be looking at. So now I've tackled 2 areas where I'm looking for flips and BRRs for myself. And I'm going to try tackle an area a day. When I say an area, it's not like a city. It's like probably a town size. And I'm typically looking for 2, 3, 4 bed houses. I love terraces. I think they're great. And I'm not really interested in apartments. Not really interested in anything leasehold unless I can buy the freehold. So I feel like my main focus is like your typical 2-bed terraces up to 150k, so I can add value. So yeah, 10:30. I'm just going to introduce, this is my new lettings guide. Obviously I've worked as a letting agent for over 2 years now, managed a lot of properties, probably around 800, not all at once, but over the years. Been in a lot of houses, a lot of tenants, a lot of landlords, and obviously I just want to help some people with, you know, renting the properties. So this is the progress, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be an ebook available hopefully very soon, but I want it to be perfect. So this will hopefully give people a bit of a better understanding. It's by no means a replacement to being a letting agent. It is simply just a case of, okay, if you've got a letting agent and they're managing it, great. But if you want to have a bit of an understanding, or you're an accidental landlord and you want to just have a bit of knowledge around it, then this is going to be great for you. Just got ready and dressed into something a bit more professional. Setting off in about 5-10 minutes to go to this viewing, and I'm going to make a call in the car and also make calls on the way back, just because when I'm working at home I cannot stress to enough how much I have to be focused, and when the phone's ringing or people are messaging me, which is fine, they are allowed to do that, it's like if I break off and just take the calls, I'll never make any progress. So I'm trying to use as much of my time as well as possible. So for example as well, I'm going to go for a walk later this evening, and I'm going to use that to catch up on messages, reply to voice notes and stuff. And I also use that time, you know, when you're warming up at the gym, so like you're on the treadmill, you might be doing like an incline walk, that's when I reply to a lot of my messages as well. Not necessarily voice notes, but a lot of messages, just because I try to use like every spare minute that I can. Viewing done. Went really well. Such a beautiful property as well, to be honest. So I'm just heading home now. Then a bit more admin, a bit more work on the ebook, another walk, see what comes back from that deal. I think the investor's happy. They said to me they were happy, so fingers crossed. Just come out to get my steps in. and it's tipping it down in June. I love this country, but I'm still determined, still getting them in, because exercise is just so key for your mindset. Ignore the mess of me. I always see people I know as well when I'm in a mess and not put together, but I don't care. I just put a meal prep in the oven as well, so chicken and rice, and it'll last me for 4 days, so it'll do 4 portions, and then it's so good for saving time. It's preparing meals, honestly. So I survived the walk, just posted on Instagram, had my tea, and replied to the guest leaving tomorrow and replied to the guest moving in tomorrow. So we've got a same day check-in, check-out, so it's a busy day tomorrow. Cleaners are ready, they'll be going in, and yeah, it's always good when you got to check in and check out. But I didn't actually, you guys won't have known this, but we had a leak on Sunday from the flat above, which has caused for the electrics to go in one of the bedrooms in my apartment. So I spoke to like the insurance company today, and they're trying to get an electrician out, but they won't get the electrician out till the plumber's been out to repair the leak from the washing machine upstairs. And so yeah, just forewarned the guest moving in, like, not to panic when they see the mark on the ceiling. Like, I know about it, it's not an ongoing leak, and it is getting repaired ASAP. It's just 8 o'clock, Tuesday evening, on a live with Jay and Kev. These are the guys that help me with lots deal sourcing. So just gonna do this, then I'm gonna basically work from my bed, doing more work on my ebook because I am shattered, and I've got viewings tomorrow, so I need to be somewhat charged and focused. Good morning, guys. I'm just on my YouTube dashboard. I've only just started promoting it. I was just, where even was I don't even know where I was up to. Oh, here. I was just sort of like editing it so that I'm all set to go. I was adding these in. I don't know what it does. I'm a bit of a YouTube newbie, but this is what I've been doing this morning. And then I'm just having a look at this. I've got 4 of these spreadsheets for 4 of the viewings I've got late this afternoon, so I'm just reminding myself of the works for each, so I can go in. It just means I'm more focused on my viewings, and I know exactly what I'm looking at, what I need to get it at, and what I think the end value will be. So I'm just getting ready to go on my viewings. Little sneak peek of what I take. I always have, you can't even see me, I'm not a YouTuber, guys, I don't know where to put you. Notepad and pen just to make notes, and I've also wrote out like all the appointments I'm doing just so it's as smooth as possible when I'm out on the road. Damp meter, tape measure in the car, ladders, like everything I need, and phone. That is the most important piece of equipment you need. So yeah, let's go have a look. Yeah, it's massive. So, one viewing done. Loads of speed bumps. I really like the house. It's gorgeous. Well, it could be. It was a full renovation. It might as well have been back to brick, to be honest. It wasn't, but it was about there with the level of works required. And sometimes with like these big terrace houses, costs are so high, like the ceilings are so high. I'm trying to factor in extra like plaster costs because they're just so big. Weird one though, because everything needed doing, but the bathroom, sorry, I thought I'd run a bird over there and that was horrible. I think I went over it, like it went under my car. So yeah, see what happens. Barded.
I've got a list as long as my arm as it is, but
have you?
Yeah, we just never stop.
God. No, you. God, just done my second viewing. I really like that property, but in the top room, there's been some issues with the party wall. Like, there's been leaks, so obviously they're saying that the works have been done fine, but the remedials, they're waiting for it to dry, and obviously the weather in the UK is just awful. And it's just making me think, you know, I could complete quickly on this, but do I want to? Because am I going to be able to do the work once I'm eating into my bridge? So just trying to think ahead, like, would I want to complete like within, say, 28 days on this? Because it's quite, I'll put a video in. Yeah, it's got some weird black spots on the ceiling and on the car. So that is my third viewing done, and what a lovely person. She's just shown me around the last 3 properties, and she was so kind, so easy to get along with, and she was the valuer, so she was just giving me ideas of end value. Obviously from the selling agent you've got to be careful, but I had like prepared for my viewings and I'd written down like what I thought the refurb were going to be, what I thought the refurb included, what the end value was. And last viewing we just literally stood in the lounge of that final property and I just fired away and I said, what do you think, what do you think, what do you think? She told me and I was bang on with where I thought I was, and that's based on the average square footage of like around this area. So looking at properties within a couple of streets, not a 1/4 mile radius, I don't do that, I do it within a couple of streets away. And she basically, without me saying what I thought they were, confirmed. So that's good. Final viewing done for the day. My god, that needed more work than I anticipated. That was genuinely, that was quite almost misleading from the photos. It needed a new roof, it needed new windows and doors, and it needed to go back to brick, and I went into it thinking it needed a skim. No new windows or doors, no roof. Like, how wrong was I? I think the works needed a nearly double what I'd factored in, so we'll see. But in other news, like, it would have been a really good Airbnb, so if it was a BRR to SA, I actually think it would do quite well. So I don't know, I know I'm not trying to get involved in that, but it would be a good one. So we'll see. But my favourite one was the third one I viewed. Really like that property, and I think that'd be a good BRR for us. So gonna go home, probably put the offer in. So I tried to run 5k and I failed. I ran 2.5k, which is just so annoying because I wanted to really get a good run in, but never mind, I tried. I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning, but my shin splints are back, so I wasn't gonna push myself through that anymore. Anyway, I'm off home for tea and to make some offer letters. Just gone 8 o'clock. I've sorted my life out a bit, had my tea, and I'm just revisiting the properties I viewed today, amending my spreadsheets, making sure I'm happy with my figures before I make offers tomorrow. Good morning, it is 6:30 and I am on my way to the gym, getting a session in. I feel like I hate going in the morning, but I thank myself later because once I've done it and it's out of the way, that is the best feeling. Like, that is 100% the best feeling. Back at home and I'm just putting my offer letter together. I've also been working on agreeing something basically with the rent to SA deal, just between both parties, still sort of negotiating. So that's my morning so far. It's 9 o'clock. So yeah. Good morning, guys. It is Friday and I am going into my work. So I'm going to explain this to you because you're probably a bit confused because you're like, Libby, you left your job. Okay, so I left my job, handed my notice in, and then me and my boss agreed that I would work there on a Friday. and technically a Saturday, which is just a half day. The reason being because I already know the job. It is a 6-minute drive from house. It is in property, it's in lettings. It means I can get out and I'm not working by myself 7 days a week, and it's cash flow. So it just made sense, and I loved my job. Like, I'm not one that is going to say, oh, I'm so glad I left my job to do my business. That wasn't me. I actually enjoyed my job and I still do. Really nice team, all work really hard. I like the properties. I like the people I deal with, the clients. So it's fine with me. So guys, I'm not going to be showing you what I do in my job because that's obviously private. It's not my business, but I can tell you roughly what I'm doing. So work texted me and said, can you go do a management visit at a property? So just went there because it is in my village, so I've done it on my way into work. I know I have a meeting, a landlord's coming in at 9:30 for a chat with me about their rental property, so I need to get back to the office pretty quick. And my general role now, I've dropped down to 1 day a week, is just helping the team. Obviously I've done all the lettings process now, so I can dip in and help where needed, but mainly I'm going to be doing like the management visits and renewals. So you know, when your tenancy comes to an end and you either decide if it's going on a periodic or if it's going on another fixed term, of which I obviously do the paperwork, tenancy agreements, rent increases, all that is basically me. So that's a bit of a letting agent side. Just finished at my 9 to 5. I'm just on my way to the gym, doing a leg session with one of my friends, and then I'm going to drop a couple of letters in a different area, some houses that look like they need quite a bit of work doing from outside, because I actually wanted to buy the property between both houses and I thought I'm not going to be able to sell this, so hence the reason that I'm dropping the letters. Because I like the area, I've done my due diligence, I've got idea of end values there. So yeah, we'll see what comes back from that. Then I have to take some clothing parcels to get those returned, and then a chilled weekend. Just finished at the gym, and I was in there and I was thinking, I'm actually knackered. Like, my body feels weak, I feel tired, I'm not enjoying this. And obviously, like, for me personally, like I said on I think a previous video, if I leave it till the end of the day and I go to the gym, like, it's a miracle if I've made it there. And I kept thinking, I don't want to go, but I got myself there. But my body is knackered. I feel like I've had a busy week, like full on week. But anyway, I've not got any letters in my car, so I know I said I was going to go drop 2 letters in to houses, but I don't have any in my car, so that's great. But I'll have to go another day. It's not the end of the world. Happy Sunday, guys. I'm so sorry, but I hardly filmed anything yesterday. So Saturday, I think there's just some content of my breakfast and me filling up my car, because I was at my job and I literally had nothing to film, and it went from my head. And since I last filmed in the gym, I've been absolutely knackered. Like, I don't know what's gone on, but I don't even know if I'm not a bit under the weather, because I am so tired. Honestly, I feel like I've got so much to try and do, but I'm just trying to remember, like, Libby, you're just putting pressure on yourself, like, calm down. So anyway, Sunday, today the agenda is I'm going out for breakfast with a couple of my good friends, and then I'm going over to check my essay. I need to drop off some, like, towel cloths there because we've run out, and I'm going to look at this leak, check that it's not getting any worse. I'll probably film it for you guys. Anyone who knows me knows that I always get something sweet. My sweet tooth is ridiculous. So you probably just saw from the last clip in this video the leak at the service accommodation, so I've been sorting that through the week amidst everything. But that is it. First weekly video ever done, survived. I'm so excited to put this out. I'm a bit nervous, but if you did enjoy this weekly video, then please do like, comment, subscribe. Anything like that will be massively appreciated. And if you've got any advice on how I could make it better, anything that you would have done, it's always welcomed. I'm not one to take it as criticism. I love any way that I can be better, so please do let me know.